Oilers versus Panthers Game 6 was disappointing for Edmonton fans and exciting for Florida fans. Sam Reinhart had an outstanding performance. He opened scoring for the Florida Panthers with a goal-beating Stuart Skinner glove side. Matthew Tkachuk scored the second goal for the Panthers, firing a shot that beat Stuart Skinner through traffic. Sam Reinhart scored again in the second period, extending the Florida Panthers' lead to 3 goals. Reinhart finished off his first ever playoff hat trick with an empty net goal in the third period. Then Reinhart scored a 4th goal with another empty netter. Podkolzin got one back for the Oilers, but it wasn't enough. The Florida Panthers are officially back-to-back Stanley Cup champions. Here's what fans had to say about the game. I hate football podcast comments. Better luck next year, Canada. Panthers win. Utah Mammoths say, congratulations to the Panthers and Oilers on their incredible seasons, and to the Florida Panthers on back-to-back Stanley Cup wins. E writes, wanted Game 7, but oh well, McDavid didn't show up. Florida is too good. Howard says, congrats Panthers on your second Stanley Cup. Great win. Mike writes, McDavid will never win a cup in Edmonton. Big Hit says, Edmonton fans are going to make excuses now and blame the refs and the goalie and forget to mention their 2 stars that went to sleep in the playoffs. Prometheus writes, no one wanted Florida Panthers to win. N comments, my heart is broken on behalf of Connor McDavid and all of the Oilers. This game was painful to watch. I'm just going to go to bed and pretend this didn't happen. Good night, Oil Country. One fan comments, I'm not even a hockey fan, but the Florida Panthers are so dominant and so much better than every other NHL team. Wow. Another fan says, how did the Oilers even make it to the finals to begin with? This series was incredibly predictable and boring. Penguins Jesus says, man, you have to feel for McDavid losing in back-to-back finals and what that will entail for the story of his career, but Florida is an absolute juggernaut. Robert writes, I never liked the Florida Panthers. This team is a sneaky and sketchy team to play against. Brian writes, the Panthers are just a machine. Not only are they really good, they demonstrated they are far steadier than the Oilers. Edmonton allowed Florida to get under their skin way too easily. Bagged Milk says, embarrassing effort by the Oilers in games 5 and 6 after one of the coolest comebacks ever in Game 4. Stunning. Steven says, congrats on back-to-back Cups Panthers. No cup for you, McDavid. Ha ha ha. There was some criticism of Oilers goalie Stuart Skinner. Kay says, Oilers are the perfect example that you can have literal generational superstars on your team, but if your goalie isn't great, the other team already has the advantage. Chloe brings a different perspective, commenting, Stuart Skinner, it is not your fault. Some fans expressed sympathy for Oilers player Corey Perry. One fan comments, Corey Perry, you're so cursed. Chris comments, like, what do you even say to Corey Perry in the handshake line? 5 Stanley Cup losses in a row. Scrappy says, I don't have feel bad for anyone the way I feel bad for Corey Perry. Other fans congratulated Florida Panthers player Brad Marchand on winning the cup. Felicia says, I can't believe Marchand just won the Stanley Cup with the Panthers. That sounds so weird to say. Maddox says, former Boston Bruin Brad Marchand is a 2-time Stanley Cup champion. Still can't get used to him in that Panthers uniform though. Chris comments, congratulations to career-long Boston Bruin Brad Marchand for winning his 2nd Stanley Cup. And as usual, there were comparisons to the Leafs. Oliver says, the Leafs, who've now been dismembered, won more games against the Panthers than any other team this playoffs. The Oilers were outmatched almost the whole series. At least 3 of the games were just pathetic. One fan says, wow, the Edmonton Oilers are getting cooked. At least the Maple Leafs got 3 Jordan comments. Oilers copying the Leafs out there. So what did you think about Oilers versus Panthers Game 6? Let me know in the comments section below. Like this video and subscribe to my channel if you want more hockey content. Thank you very much.